I play the game with no timeouts. You ride my wave, you're getting wiped out. Big mistakes, get white out. I spot you like a lighthouse. Watch your moves like a night owl. On a full moon, wolves gon' howl. Can't bounce back, no rebounds. I show up like me how.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Tip Off. I am your host, Iceman the Eskimo. Yo, and we're going to get into Long Island Nets today. Just finished watching the game not too long ago, and they pulled out a victory. You know what I mean? They pulled out a victory, and it was a good game. It was a real good game. You know what I mean? So I'm going to tell y'all about it right now. Y'all know what it is. Let's get to it. Your boy, dariq Whitehead, was 11 for 17 from the field, 8 for 12. I'm going to say it again, 8 for 12 behind the arc. He had 6 rebounds, right? And he had 30. He dropped 30 tonight, tonight, whatever you want to call it. He dropped 30. Like, the team was balling. The starters was balling. The starters was balling. All right. Your boy, Tosan, 5 from 11 from the field. He was 1 for 4 from 3, but he had 8 rebounds. No, he had 10 rebounds. My bad. He had 10 rebounds and 18 points. And your boy, Drew Timme, Drew Timme might just need this contract. You heard? He might just need this contract. 27 points, 6 assists. No, I'm wrong. Yeah, no assists. 10 rebounds and 10 rebounds. The 6 assists was Tyson Etienne, who had 28 points and 6 assists. And Terry Roberts. I was sleeping on Terry, thinking he ain't doing nothing, looking at the stats. But Terry had 2 points, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds. And Drew Timme had 2 blocks. Don't let me forget, Drew Timme had 2 blocks. So they pulled out a victory. dariq Whitehead went into isolation with 6 seconds left on the clock, I believe. Isolation, step back 3 to win the game because it was tied up. And the Magic failed to hit a shot at the end of the game. So we won off dariq Whitehead's last 3. He's not back to himself yet, but his legs are not back. Confidence in his shooting is there. His shot comes and goes, but he needs his legs back. Once he gets his legs back, he'll most likely be a different player. There's no telling how long it's going to take for him to get his legs back under him. But once he can get his legs back under him, he's going to become a different player. With the middies, the crossover, the little handles, dunking, he has another level to his game. Patience is the key. Patience is the key to dariq Whitehead. And I don't remember how long his contract is. I don't know when it's up. But, it's rough on him. He had those 2 surgeries. It's going to take some time. So now that I talked about Long Island, I'm going to talk about the last game with the Nets in Philadelphia. And I said on Big Pran Breezy's show, I didn't like that game, how Philly was playing, especially when Embiid is in the game. I know they said Embiid is not healthy. I know Embiid is not healthy. But even not being healthy, you could tell when somebody's not playing. You know what I mean? You could tell when somebody's not playing. He was trying to give up that game. He was trying to get the game up. You know what I mean? Once he went out the game, like other folks said on Breezy's podcast, it sped up. Philly played different. They played better. But we still pulled out the win, right? And it started to look better towards the end of the third quarter for Philly. And then it really started looking like competition, right? Because I don't believe we better than Philadelphia. With the talent they have on their roster and the talent they have on ours, I know our defense is pretty good. under Jordy. I know our defense is pretty good under Jordy, but I don't think we're better than Philly. Right? I just don't think so. I don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. Jordy is a very good coach. We had the number one defense said since for the last, I guess, 2-3 weeks. And our defense has been like top 6 for a little bit. So on the defensive end, we've been doing our thing. Right? And shout out to Nick Claxton for having these blocks. He going on block parties. Nick Claxton having block parties out here. And he's scoring a little bit more, right? He's scoring a little bit more. And I would like to think some of that has to do with Russ, D'Lo playing point guard. And hey, shout out to Killian Hayes. Don't let me forget Killian with them 6 assists. I know people is sleeping on him because he ain't scored. Don't sleep on Killian with them 6 assists. 6 assists is good. This is only his second game. He on a 10-day contract. Probably get extended. Another 10-day contract if that's possible. I believe that's possible. So don't sleep on him. He ain't scoring yet. He's not comfortable with the NBA roster. He's comfortable with the G League roster. He has to get comfortable with the NBA roster and how Jordy wants him to play, and all that factors in on how he plays and what he does when he's on the court. And another one, shout out to Daron. Shout out to Daron Sharp. Rebounding and doing well. I think he had 10 points last game. I think Claxton had 16 and he had 10. So shout out to them for the bigs doing their thing in the paint versus the Sixers. You know what I mean? And again, my boy Tyrese Martin need to be a little bit more aggressive out there. He can score. I know he can score. He done showed the world he can score. He needs to be a little more aggressive. Cut down on his turnovers, his lazy passes. And he's got to make good decisions on his passes, especially driving to the rim. You know what I mean? So, Tucson, I just talked about Tucson, Iwoma. He's down in the G League right now because he only could play a certain amount of games, just like Tyrese Martin. So they sent him back down to the G League for now. And we'll see what they do with that because he's on a 2-way. I think his 2-way, folks have been saying his 2-way is for 2 years. So we'll see what they do with that. I don't remember I think there's one 2-way contract open. I don't remember if there's another roster spot open or not, but I think there's one 2-way open. As I said, Drew Timme. I would like to see what Drew Timme could do on the NBA level. Watching the game today, they just said that he hasn't had a chance on the NBA level. So I would like to see what Drew Timme can do on the NBA level. So shout out to both teams for their wins. Claxton I forgot. Don't let me forget Claxton with the tip put back to win the game after Keon Johnson missed shot. Right? You seen him do that in practice. I think it was in practice when Ben was there that he had a buzzer beater like that. Same type of thing, off a rebound, one hand scoop, layup. Claxton does that. Don't act like Claxton don't do that. Claxton does that. You know what I mean? So I just, shout out to them for winning. Shout out to them for winning them games. Jordy Fernandez, keep up the fantastic job with the defense. Nets fans, keep watching. We don't know what's going to happen with the draft. We don't know where we're going to land with the draft. So just keep on watching, and we'll see what happens later on going forward, right? I'm not going to tell you where we're going to land at because I don't know at this moment. You know what I mean? I'm just as lost as y'all, right? I'm just as lost as y'all, so I'm not going to say where we're going to land at. But I still think the Brooklyn Nets will somehow end up in the lottery, not outside the lottery. I think they're going to end up in the lottery. I just don't know where. So stay tuned. to the next episode. You heard? Y'all know my motto. Y'all don't have to like. Y'all don't have to subscribe because I don't know anything. You heard? I'm out.